In the golden sands of the deep desert, where the wind whispers ancient secrets, there lived a legend, a stallion known as the Midnight Pulse. He was not just a horse, he was a force of nature. His coat was as dark as the moonless night, shimmering like polished silk under the harsh sun. Every time his hooves struck the ground, it sounded like a drumbeat of war, a rhythm that shook the very souls of those who stood in his path. His owner, a man of pride, looked at him with eyes of pure devotion. He believed this beauty was meant to be seen. He believed that such perfection deserved an audience. And so the journey to the great market began. As the stallion entered the city, a heavy, suffocating silence fell over the crowd. People stopped, merchants froze, even the birds seemed to stop their singing. Hundreds of eyes were fixed on him. But this wasn't the look of love, it was the look of possession. In that crowd, nobody whispered a prayer. Nobody remembered the creator of such beauty. There was only cold, raw amazement. A silent, deadly envy that began to wrap around the stallion's neck like an invisible chain. The return journey was different. The Midnight Pulse was no longer racing the wind. His head, once held high with royal pride, began to droop. His breath became heavy, sounding like the dragging of chains over stones. By the time he reached his stable, his legs, those powerful pillars that had traveled 1,000 miles, started to tremble. His master panicked. He brought the best healers. He brought the finest hay. But the stallion looked at him with fading eyes, as if saying, "The wound is not in my body, it is in my spirit." In the dead of night, without a single scar, without a drop of blood spilled, the legend died. He was not killed by a virus. He was not killed by a blade. He was killed by the silent arrow, the arrow of 1,000 eyes that looked but did not bless. We must understand the mechanics of this world. At TruePulse, we look beyond the surface. The evil eye is not a fairy tale. It is the physics of energy. When a human soul is filled with intense wonder, it releases a pulse. If that pulse is not filtered through grace or blessing, it becomes a destructive wave. It seeks out the peak of beauty or success and tries to bring it back to the void. Even those who love you can hurt you. The mother who admires her child's health, the friend who celebrates your new business. If the words of protection are missing, the energy remains raw. And raw energy, when focused, can shatter stone. So how do we survive in a world of constant display? The answer is ancient yet forgotten, the shield of silence. Nature is our teacher. The most precious diamonds are formed in the crushing darkness of the earth. The pearl is guarded by a shell and hidden in the depths of the ocean. The seed must stay buried in the cold, dark soil before it can face the sun. Why do we rush to show our seeds to the world? When you announce your plans, you invite 1,000 pulses of energy before your tree is strong enough to stand. When you display your joy, you invite those who are in pain to compare their darkness to your light. Protect your pulse with these 3 laws. Speak of the fruit, never the seed. Build your empire in the shadows. Let your success be your noise, but your process be your secret. The noble horse runs best when no one is watching. Your life is your stallion. Don't lead it into the market of envy just to feel the pride of a moment. Keep your light guarded, keep your pulse steady. This is TruePulse. Stay protected.